I wanted to get your input on the 5 things a foreigner or an Italian, it doesn't matter who it is, should never do if they're dating an Italian. What's like number 1 where you would say this is a complete no-no, never ever do this?
I think, first of all, everyone is different. So things that might be a deal breaker to me might not be to you. But I would say on a first date, I think it's important, first thing, to make the partner feel safe. I appreciate that you come and pick me up with your car. I do not appreciate if I don't have the option of going with my own car. I do like to feel safe. I do appreciate you picking a place. I wouldn't mind if you left the option up to me, you know? It's not about roles or anything. It's about just the fact that I'd like for someone to respect my space, and that would make me feel more comfortable. So maybe that's just me, but I think that as in a dating situation, I would appreciate being, left free to make my own decisions about that specific date.
Then what's another thing? I'm sorry to cut you off here.
No, it's great. Another thing, well, now that could be controversial, but I do appreciate an extra effort in when the check comes. That might be stupid, but I do appreciate, in my case, a guy that takes care of, like the door or, the chair, or fills my glass of water, asks me how my day's been like. So I do appreciate all those things that are regarded sometimes as old manners. But I do think that there are some good things about traditions that we need to bring
100%.
into this society. So everyone praises Italian men for that aspect. And I have to say, I can definitely back up that Italian men are the best with that. They are men. They're not going to just look at a check and be like, okay, you took this and you had that extra dessert. And that's something that would just be a deal breaker to me, just because I appreciate generosity, I appreciate formality, and I appreciate that side of tradition.
Right, which is important, but I feel like what you pointed out about conservative values and traditions, and in certain countries, certain things have gotten out of the norm in like too many ways, but I also agree with this approach, Don't
get me wrong, I do appreciate equality, let's say. I do value that more than anything. So a man that doesn't value a woman as much as they value men, that's not a situation for me ever. Within that, there are some situations, some traditions that can coexist with that way of seeing, men and women as equals. Everyone sees them as equals in most evolved society. So that's like a given for me. But within that context, so within the fact that men and women are equal, there has to be an element of tradition and of, being romantic that is very much appreciated by me and by many other peers.
And what I want to add here is something that people are blowing out of proportions that certain countries are unwilling to change. Honestly, I don't want Italy to change. I don't want Italians to change, because you stand for so much. Why change what's been working, And I appreciate Italy for its uniqueness, and there's no place on the planet that's like Italy. And I can argue, well, there's no place like Bali. It's true.
Right.
That's true, right? But just Italy's unique identity, which is being kind of challenged right now in certain ways, especially the Americanization of Italy, which you see in different corners, fast food chains,
right,
as an example, electric cars.
We do look up to the U.S. so much. I remember when I was a kid, Christmas wasn't really a real thing, like you didn't have so much decoration and stuff. And then with the U.S. influence and the U.S., appreciation for traditions such as Christmas, decorations, lights, we became a country that started celebrating Christmas towards the end of November.
I think that's good or bad?
I think it's great. I do love that, and it's amazing. But we are a country that is pretty much able to have a hold on their own tradition and their own story. I think it's very important that as well.